Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to discuss about an issue that's very important to you and deeply significant. And the issue is that of hurt. When was the last time you were hurt by somebody else? When was the last time somebody said something or did something that upset you? Was it one of your parents? Did they say something that deeply hurt you? Was it one of your co-workers who said something that hurt you? Was it your wife? Was it your husband? Are they not paying the attention that you want them to pay? Is it your kids? Is it your brother or sister? Or somebody else? Is it your neighbor? Have they done something? We all get hurt by a lot of different people. And the story that we tell ourselves is that that person hurt us. That is so bad, right? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about why that happens, the entire science of it, and why you feel a certain way. Listen, let's say that I'm your friend and I talk to you in a very rude manner, or I disrespect you, or I behave in a manner I shouldn't have behaved. Now, those are all things that are very wrong, right? I shouldn't do that. Absolutely. I shouldn't. And then you feel bad about it. The reason you feel bad about it is you should feel bad about it if someone treats you badly, doesn't give you the respect that you deserve, doesn't give you the love or the attention that you truly and totally deserve. You should feel bad about it. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel bad about it. That's valid, absolutely valid. But what I am saying is there is a higher play that's involved here. A higher play. You know what I mean? So they say that people treat you exactly how they feel about you. And this couldn't be more true. I mean, it's so true, right? So either, like, no one is fond of rude behavior. You know, when someone behaves rudely, let's say we go to a restaurant and we find this guy sitting and ordering something and this just yelling on the waiters. Do you find him enjoying that act? Like, have you seen that guy who is saying, "Hey, why don't you give me my fucking order, you motherfucker?" And then he's just sitting there, but he's upset. He's not happy. He doesn't have a pleasant, deeply satisfying, happy, smiling face. No. But on the other hand, if you meet a gentleman who's been really good, who has been helping other people out, and then you tell him, "Excuse me, would you like lemon juice, sir?" He'll just look at you and say, "Oh no, thank you, thank you." Good behavior, because he is happy. So one thing is for sure, every time someone's behaving badly, they are not in a happy state. But other than that, there's one more possibility. Maybe they are in a happy state, but they don't feel good things about you. So they will be good to other people, but they will not be good to you. That's the second scenario, right? And that hurts more, because you can clearly see, well, Mr. A is very good with Mr. B, but Mr. A at the same time is not good to me. What have I done? You know, it raises a lot of questions in your mind. Well, most likely, we know the explanation of the first thing, that if a person is hurt, he would behave in hurtful ways. But I'm saying if the person is not hurt and if he's still behaving only to you in a hurtful way, then that means that he has thoughts about you that are not favorable towards you, right? And now, that immediately shifts your ideas and thoughts in a very negative spiral. You keep spiraling down in a very negative bent of mind, and you keep saying all those things that say, okay, that person is not positive about me. What have I done? Why? Right? Which are valid questions, which are very valid questions. But you have to remember, number one, it's their filter, it's their life. And number two, no matter what you think about somebody, your behavior has to be different. But if their behavior is not different, then Well, somebody else does not have the emotional maturity to handle a situation that involves you with grace. I'm going to repeat what I said. Somebody else does not have the emotional maturity to handle the situation that involves you with grace. Is that your problem? No, no. I mean, for what it's worth, everybody in the world dislikes a lot of different people. But when they come face to face, are they rude? This is entitled behavior. They think they are entitled to behave rudely with you. No, nobody is entitled to be rude. You could hate me, but you will still be polite. That's just good manners, which have nothing to do with love. But if someone still behaves in a very odd way, the person doesn't have the maturity to handle the situation that involves you with grace. Whose problem is that? Their problem. If you think about it, you're making their problem your problem. Now, why aren't they handling that? That's the problem, that they're not able to handle it with grace. But why are they even behaving with you like that? Because some part of them, a part of their heart, a part of their mind, the part that makes decisions, the part of them that observes and makes logical decisions, observed you, and they said to themselves that this woman or this man or this person has such and such flaw, and because of it I do not like this person, right? So what you essentially want is not just for them to handle the situation with grace, but what you really want is for them to not feel those harsh and rigid feelings for you, to the point where that gets to their behavior, that gets reflected in their behavior, and they behave in pathetic ways. So it's not just about behavior. They shouldn't be feeling those things about you. But my question is, why are they feeling those things about you? They're feeling those things about you because they cannot accept you unconditionally. So what's the bottom of the problem? In the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the problem, the main problem is they aren't accepting you unconditionally. If they accepted you unconditionally, if they loved you unconditionally, your flaws wouldn't matter to them. They wouldn't judge you. They wouldn't be rude to you. Now, how can you solve this issue? Number one, okay, if they are rude to me, I'm rude to them too. So if you do that, you're just as illogical as them, and you're just as emotionally immature to handle the situation with grace as they are. If you want them to accept you with your flaws, you have to accept their flaws first. Their flaw is they are judgmental about you, and they dislike you when you don't deserve their dislike. That's their flaw, and you have to accept it. Their flaw is that they are letting their dislike for you impact their behavior towards you. That's their flaw, and you have to accept it, and you have to love the part of them that you have accepted. Because if you don't love and accept them with all these flaws, you can't expect them to love and accept you. You have different flaws, right? Maybe you're short-tempered, maybe you're possessive, maybe you're jealous. So obviously there are things about you that they dislike, and not without reasons. But what are you saying? You're saying behave with me properly. In a sense, you're saying accept me unconditionally. So what if I have certain flaws? Every human being has flaws. That's what you're saying, right? But are you giving it to them? Are you giving the same treatment to them? If they don't accept you unconditionally, are you accepting that version of them? Are you being unconditional? You attract what you are. Acceptance. Trust me, it's the beginning of a rock-solid relationship. Every time you feel a relationship is ending, every time you feel a boat is sinking, it's a beginning. Now it's up to you. You want to make it a comma, you want to make it a full stop. You keep doing tit for tat in your own creepy, non-graceful, emotionally immature ways, and you make it a full stop. Or you call it acceptance and let your power of acceptance influence them to accept the things about you that they dislike, and make it a comma. Choice is yours. I'm choosing commas every day. I hope you make sensible choices too. I hope you have a great weekend. Ciao.